In terms of my own experience, I mean, again, I was kind of lucky to have how many players at the time? I probably had about 25 players. And of course, everyone can say that they can play a certain role, but within a couple of games, you like know the best position for that player, and also with that player playing in that position, it's gonna again fast track the success of that team. And hey, you know what? In terms of my kind of own experiences, yes, I've kind of converted players from who have said that they can play as a striker into like a quality right back or left back, and centre backs into DMs. And again, I think that kind of coincides with knowing the game, and also knowing the type of formation and style that you want to play. So yeah, Mikey, what's like your experience regarding knowing the players in your squad?
Well, much the same as what you just alluded to, really. I mean, you get the majority of players that come to trial, or the players that you meet, you'd always ask, where do you play? They'll say centre forward and this, that, and the other. And sometimes you can see something in them players that they don't necessarily see themselves. I mean, like yourself, I'm not talking about when I was with the people with a team I managed previously. There was a guy there that said he was a striker, and I sort of said, I don't think you are, and I'm going to try in this position. It was very much, I'm in and ahhing, and I can't play there. I said, you can play there. I said, let's give it. And now that guy is, he moved him into CDM, and he was absolutely unbelievable. The best player on the pitch. And you kind of find a hidden strength in that player that they knew that they never had. And they was and he'd say to me like a year later, he said, you know what? I was a striker, I was scoring like 3 goals a season, and I've gone to a CDM, and I'm influencing the game so much more in that position that sort of made him a better player, and made him more sort of happier about his football in the way that it was going, The same with the Peoples, we've got guys there that we've shuffled around and sort of moved in position and sort of moved around and so on and so forth as well. So, but in the main, they're quite versatile. The guys can be shifted around. You can play left, you can play right. We've got guys that can play wide, right, wingers, and they can play fullbacks. We've got a striker that can go in and play centre half. So it's good. The versatility is already there. So we're quite lucky. There's no one that I can safely say that I've said, look, no, you're not going to play there. You're going to play there, because everyone kind of had their role already. We haven't really got many players that were kind of sticking out like a sore thumb, like saying, I play here, but you should be playing there. And that hasn't really cropped up. Not with the team as it currently stands. The only issue that we had were some of the players that we had when I first joined. Unfortunately, the levels weren't quite there, and as I say, unfortunately we had to bring some new guys in. You know what I mean? That's the saddest thing about it, when you've got good lads that you have to, that are left out through, and it's purely based on a footballing decision. But as I say, yeah, it's sort of, it's how to get the best out of them as well. It's like you've got a guy that will respond to one kind of thing. You've got guys that will respond to another kind of, it's the way you approach them and just infuse them and just make them want to play and make them want to give you 150%. And I like to think that the way that I speak to the guys, they can see my enthusiasm for the game, and they match it. They match it. And to be honest, they give me everything. It's very seldom that we don't get, that they don't give me. And when they don't, I lay into them. When they give me 100%, I love them. I love them all anyway. But yeah. I tell them how much it means to me. But so, yeah, we're quite fortunate that we've got a very versatile, decent squad.
Yeah. So before we go to the next point, let's kind of go to one of your infamous halftime team talks. Let's go. Yeah, and let's go to.
First 25 minutes of that half, in the 2 years I've been with this club, is the worst I've ever seen. Yeah? I don't want excuses about the suns in our eyes. That's what 12-year-olds say. Yeah? We have been atrocious. You're making it easy for me, boys. You're making it easy for me to say, do you know what, next week, you're getting out. It's going to be easy for me. I'm not going to feel bad about it. The penalty. What happened now? The ball's travelled 40 yards. If the ball's on your head and it's on the edge of the area, or you can clear it, I don't give a if he calls it. You clear it. You're not f***ing talking. The other one that is him. And him. You, more. Johnny Oliver's ball all the time. Treble 10 yards. Take them on. Wake up. You, take them on. When we took him on down there, what happened? We got joy out of it. We got a goal. You're all standing still. And you're all like moths to a flame. You all throw the ball down. Here's the ball. We're going to go and follow it. Not one of us got the brains to get round the back. If you think I'm wrong, tell me. I'm not here to waste my time with that. The ref ain't got a clue. So stop asking him for stuff because he ain't going to give us shit. He's going to give us nothing. But the first thing is defend and talk. Because I'll tell you what, if that ball comes in there and it goes over your head, I'm not having the suns in your eyes. I'm fed up with that excuse now. You want to play in my team? In for form, or I will drop you. I've got no sentiment whatsoever. I could drop any one of you after that. Second half, let's sort it out. Yeah.
Wow.
I do wish to look back at these halftime team talks sometimes, but yeah, it was a strange day that when we played Baldens. I mean, it was a small pitch, and to be fair to Baldens, to a man, they were magnificent. And at the end of the game, I was the first person to say to their gaffer, "Look, mate, you guys done a number on us. You were absolutely first class." And I think that we were very complacent that day. We were very laid back. We played like we didn't give a care in the world. And at half time, it was just boiling up at me. And that was it. I just let loose because, as far as I can see, I give it 150%. Whatever the game is, I'm always 150%. I will tell them how it is. If someone isn't doing it and they think they're doing it, I'm there to say, do you know what? You need to rocket up your backside. You need to start performing now. And there's other guys there that perhaps are thinking that they're untouchable sometimes. I will not have that. You've seen me in the flesh, mate. I will not have that. It's just not going to happen on my shift. Whatever happens when I'm not there, it's left for the others to pick up. But me, personally, will not tolerate. I will not tolerate laziness on the pitch. I will not tolerate half-heartedness. I will not tolerate bad attitudes on the pitch. Everyone has to be firing on all cylinders. You got to work hard, mate. And I say it all the time: work hard, leave no regrets on the pitch. Because you come off that pitch thinking I could have done better, then you haven't given your best. And me, although I had a good career, but I know in every game I played, I gave everything. When I crossed that line, I gave everything. And whatever teams the teams I manage now, whatever teams I manage in the future, going forward, whoever they are, when they cross that white line, they give everything, and everything needs to be on point. I like talkers. I like guys that fire the other boys up. It is old school, but it works. We've got the technical players that can go at players. you know, with enthusiasm and commitment, they can do it. They just need sometimes for me to blow, you know, for me to tell them. So yeah, but I do wince, mate, when I watch these back. So thanks for that.